And I sent that box that said, I'm so sorry that I missed your event. I had put this together because I knew I was going to want to say thank you when it was over. Please enjoy. I think the impact of that introduction opened that door so much more seamlessly than me emailing, harassing, DMing, all of those things that people try and do when that individual's time is really important. And it made enough of impression that I got a voice message that was like, wow, thank you.
Hello guys, what's going on? My name is Armand. I'm here with Stacy from
Hello.
Miller. And today we're gonna be talking about how high ticket coaches and consultants can wow and acquire customers with strategic gifting. And this is something I'm super passionate about, and Stacy's super passionate about, and you guys are gonna get a lot of because we're very passionate about it. So I want to just first get some time to you, Stacy, just so you can introduce yourself and what you do, and we'll go from there.
Excellent. Thank you. So I am a second generation family business owner. We're based out of Boston, Massachusetts, and we are a promotional product distributorship, meaning that we can source decorated goods, almost anything you can possibly imagine to put your logo on, through our supplier network and deliver creative solutions for branding. No barrier to entry in what we do, everything from small, high volume handout items to completely custom, agency approach designed high-end materials. In addition to sourcing, we also provide fulfillment and distribution out of our warehouse and can ship globally with special packaging, added value, things along those lines. We've been in business for 45 years. My father started the company. We have a 25,000 square foot distribution center. I have about 26 field reps and 35 full-time employees.
Wow, that's awesome. So you guys know that you're not dealing with a one-man band or something like that. They've been around. It's in the family. I love that. So I am. We just two things that we want to cover. One is how can I acquire customers with this, and two, how can I keep customers? Okay, so
Sure.
let's go with the first one. Is how can I acquire customers using strategic gifting? You have worked with some big companies. I don't know if you can say names or not,
Yeah.
but you have 1,000 examples of how this is done. But let's focus a little bit on people that have a high ticket, high end product that they want to promote. How can they use strategic gifting?
I think that regardless of the industry, one of the challenges can be staying front of mind and getting that person to move off of X. And when they do so, why are they going to come to you first? So whether it's a local landscaping company or a high ticket coaching consultant, how do you differentiate yourself from your competition? And there are traditional means of advertising, being it print, radio, internet, where you have opportunities to market your message. There is research through our industry that shows that promotional products have more of a cost per impression value than some of the more expensive, albeit necessary, traditional ways of advertising. So as far as getting new customers, I have found that, networking is so huge now, and a referral or a, validated warm call is way better than anything anyone has ever been doing with cold calling and reaching out blindly. So a combination of presenting your brand with a personal touch to the person that you are trying to connect with, I think is a really good way that you can have a nice leave behind that makes that impression that keeps you front of mind. And it literally can be something as simple as, however you have the frame of reference for a potential relationship, connecting with them on a personal level that also carries your brand message. So if it's, a coffee mug with a Starbucks gift card, they can use that gift card, but they're going to drink it out of a mug that has your logo on it. They're making those connections of why you have reached out to them. And then building that all the way into really high-end premiums, depending upon the audience you're targeting, to provide something that maybe they haven't seen before, something that's new, or something that's completely custom. Again, making them feel important and keeping your brand front of mind.
Absolutely. And No, I agree. We would have to do a test one of these days, like where we spend, I don't know, $1,000 or $2,000 on gifting, and we for cold, like should be totally cold, and then another 2,000 on traditional advertising, and maybe another 2,000 on pay on online advertising, and just see the results. Because funny enough, I think strategic gifting has all the votes to win. At the end of the day, you're getting something physical.
So,
You're
and
interrupting.
for an example of something along those lines, and I will not name names just in respect for those things, but
Okay.
in the last 2 years, a personal experience from me acquiring new business opportunities through gifting. There was an event that I was supposed to go to that got canceled because of COVID. I was really looking forward to it because it was a business focused leadership type of event. And I knew that the opportunity to be in that space with the person that was providing it was going to improve my life. So in advance of that, I had planned a gift to bring with me to leave with her at the end of this event. It was a multi-day event. Well, the event was canceled. So that gave me some more time and a bigger opportunity to do some more things. But what I ended up doing was putting together a gift basket that had a combination of my logo items, her logo items, and then some generic lifestyle pieces that were packaged with, tissue and things along those lines that coordinate with all of that. And I sent that box that said, I'm so sorry that I missed your event. I had put this together because I knew I was going to want to say thank you when it was over. Please enjoy. I think the impact of that introduction opened that door so much more seamlessly than me emailing, harassing, DMing, all of those things that people try and do when that individual's time is really important. And it made enough of impression that I got a voice message that was like, wow, thank you. And I now am doing business with her. I'm receiving referrals from her and retaining those referrals based on that level of service. So that's a personal anecdote that I have made a priority in the last 2 years. And seeing the benefit of that has just reinforced that what I actually am doing for a living is helpful and important, which is nice also.
Yeah, absolutely. Fulfillment. And people, you took a lot of time. Like, how long does it take to send a message? Hey, are we gonna do something together? Yes or no? That takes 10 seconds. How long did it take you to put that together? Days.
Yes, yes.
Days, right?
Production time, really, right? So like the ideas, executing them to get the materials together, a couple hours to put it together so that it was uber presentable when it arrived, and then shipping it out.
So
So yeah.
yeah, I mean, it's just really building a relationship through showing that you care and showing that, yeah, showing that you care. It's so I think that's awesome. Um, what examples can a company do? Like, okay, great, Stacy, I want to do something. Um, where should they start? Where should they start? What should they be thinking about?
I think the best starting point would be to have a conversation with me or whoever they may already be working with for their brand promotions to say, this is our designated channel for growth goals. How does this commodity attach to helping us achieve those goals? And being more strategic with looking at a marketing calendar, looking at that plan, knowing, is it something we're doing seasonally, quarterly? Is it something we want to do in a response from business acquisition as a thank you? Is it an incentive that we're providing for someone to engage with us? You have to sort of define those parameters and then talk about, what's the volume that we're looking to do around this? Is it a handful of people or is it a larger scale piece? Is there an internal employee attachment to this? Is there a product that can go to both places to get everyone behind the message of this initiative? And have conversation with someone that can provide sourcing to tie in a product that not necessarily doesn't have to match it, be exactly to it, but has some sort of purpose-driven usefulness to support that designated growth channel goal, right? So sort of an obtuse way to say, like, we want to have improve our customer touches because we can identify that the customers we check in with regularly reward us with repeat business. So I have 100 accounts that I know I want to target. I want to spend $10 per piece, and what's the best vehicle for me to give them something that's worth handing out, worth the expense, will have longevity and be appreciated. And then plugging those things in. I like to focus on things that have use in people's lives, things like journals, things like mobile tech things, that because we're all on our phones, we're all on the go, we're all in the car, things around lifestyle and health, lunch bags, water bottles. It seems really simple, but those are the things that people will appreciate using. Clothing is nice when you have a relationship, you know, a little bit about style and size. I tend to stay away from that from the prospecting size, just because what if you send someone a medium and it doesn't fit? That's not fun for anyone. So,
True.
but universal wearables like hats, scarves, socks are hugely fun right now, you know, stuff like that.
Oh, that's perfect. So basically, to recap, just talk to Stacy. But you know, I'm gonna tell you off the record, guys. Like, we spend more time than we should because I think it's fun. But you get to just develop something special for the people that you want to appreciate, and it's unique. Like, nobody's doing it. Like, honestly, nobody's doing it in my industry. Nobody's doing it. In most digitalized enterprises right now, nobody's doing it, except if you're very big. Maybe if you're starting to get big, maybe they do it. Is that accurate?
I can't really answer that, to be honest with you, because I don't engage with the people that are in that space enough to tell you, you know, are my clients doing it? Well, you are. And yes, I have other people that are doing it, and you don't have to be a huge company to do it.
Yeah.
Are they being thoughtful and strategic about it, or is it more responsive? I would say it tends to be more on the responsive side. And I think that there is a huge benefit to actually dedicating some of your planning time to this way of advertising and going to market. The return on this is measurable.
1,000%, 1,000%. And what I can tell you, in my industry, nobody's sending gifts. I can guarantee nobody's doing it. So another way to differentiate yourselves, like, ask yourself, who of my competitors is sending something physical, and you can answer that not many, right?
Right.
So I wanna jump and go into, okay. So we talked about acquiring. Let's go with keeping. So
Yep.
what are some things what are some ideas you can get? I love my clients. My clients get stuff already, but again, people are not kind of just sending something for appreciating them.
Right.
What are some ideas for that?
So again, ideas germane to how we're engaging around it, and always coming down to quantity, timeline, and budget. Those are the biggest things. But ideas, you know, thank you gifts. I'll give specific things because I think that helps it make more sense. But I have a financial company that I work with in both institutional investing and personal investing. And so we have two different audiences. On the institutional side, it's more employee related gifts because that's a more structured business environment. On the personal investing side, obviously, it's a little bit more high ticket, individualized kind of thing. So we in the last 18 months, obviously, event space has changed, not a lot of in-person things happening. So they've moved to really creative Zoom presentations for end user client facing. So they did an event where they had an art show gallery style online with a specific group in the southeastern states. And as a follow-up to anyone that participated in that Zoom of the art presentation, we had designed a desktop calendar that was a simple etched piece of wood that printed cards, calendar cards sat in for the upcoming year. And each one of the cards was an example. The background was photographs from the art show. So it had my client's logo on it, the investment firm's logo on it, a calendar that was useful to the situation, and a tie-in to the event that they were appreciating their customer for attending. So that's how all of those pieces fit together. We had to come up with a solution that went out to 200 people, and we had about 3 weeks to get it done. And that's what something like that looks like.
Wow. Yeah.
And then we wrapped them in tissue paper with a note card from the financial firm signed by the hosts of the event that were then drop shipped individually via the postal service to the people that attended the event.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And yeah, one thing about Stacy that you guys may notice or may not notice, maybe when you talk to her, you will notice it more, is that she comes up with ideas. So like me coming into this without knowing her, I would think that I have to do kind of all the work. Like I have to come up with ideas. I have to. There's a lot of pressure. Like you want to do something good, but you don't know where to start, and you think it's gonna be a burden, because in some ways it actually is. But when you talk to Stacy, it's not like it's not. She helps with ideas. She brings examples from other people, specific examples, and the most valuable of all is she brings ideas that have worked. So this is huge. Like you guys won't know this until you start doing it. You don't know what you don't know. You might send gifts and people might not respond to it. You might send something, and because you're not working with a professional like Stacy, it might be a stupid gift without sounding mean. It might not be relevant to them, right? Something they might immediately after throw in the trash. So just by talking and having the amazing experience with Stacy and her experience and my experience as a customer is huge. We're using what works, because she's working with all these people on great scale. She also pays a lot of attention to detail on the little things, and so it goes back to what you don't know what you don't know. And I highly recommend Stacy for you guys that just want to do stuff, and I'm sure it's gonna bring some returns when you do it right, for sure.
Thank you. That was all really nice. Can I end my day now? That was awesome.
There you go. Let's close shop. Let's go. Let's leave.
All right.
We're done. But no, guys, definitely talk to her. Mention you come from Armand. You'll get us something special from us, and that's it. Like it's if we zoom out, guys, this is. When someone is zigging, you zag. When someone does this, when everyone goes digital, well, we're all digital. Our company is all digital. RF Media is all digital, but we're also doing physical, and that's what sets us apart, right? I'm not gonna tell you what I'm doing, because we spend a lot of time and money developing it, but it really does value the company, and our clients value us more because of what we do. So again, it's another component you can add to increase the value of your business, keep customers, and bring new customers in. Any final thoughts, Stacy?
I mostly just thank you for having this conversation. I am grateful every day that we connected. I love your energy. I love every time we talk. We have to spend an hour because we go in a million different directions. And I do, I welcome anyone that wants to connect. I'm always happy to brainstorm. I had a call yesterday with someone you introduced me to, which I really much appreciate. Oh, my dogs are going nuts. Just say that, like, I believe in the abundance mentality, and I believe that my job is to help serve and provide solutions. So I'm here if anyone needs help, needs direction, or we have an opportunity to work together. It's all great.
Absolutely. You guys are in good hands. Talk to her. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see each other soon. Bye-bye.